different cigar lighter. No, it's alright. I don't know what you mean by a separate earthly. Do you use a separate one? Because I do on my 891. I've got it earth strip body. It's radio's bolted in, isn't it? And then I've got like a big crocodile clip on a nut at back. No, I know what you mean, yeah. Yeah, mine's fairly, the other one isn't, to be honest, but that 891 is. Like you say, it comes with that screw, doesn't it? There's that little screw on the back, so I thought, oh, well, I'll put one on, so, yeah, as I bolted it in, that screw, my screw would never undo, it was dead tight from the start, and I only got it about 3 turns undone, and it was just locked up tight, so I just put a really small, tight crocodile clip. You know, when I fasten it in, I put this crocodile clip on it, and it's an Yeah, well, if you've got one of those clips with an open end, it don't matter, does it? You just, like you say, loosen it and slot it in and then tighten it back up, but yeah. Yeah, like I say, none of my other radios are, but for some reason that one is, and I think because it comes with a separate, well, that's what it's for, isn't it? A little screw at back and it says earth. Yeah, peace of mind, isn't it? Well, guess what's coming to my house tomorrow? I've got for it's the same one. It's another one. It's N.E or something. Exactly the same. Just you know, like they've got QRT and then they've got other ones, haven't they? You know, they're different makes. Same radio, different label on them. Well, I've gone for other one. I got it from Moo Raker, and I've just had a text saying it should be coming tomorrow on post by postman. I won't be really. I might mess with it. You know what I'm like. I am going to put it away for Christmas. But what I might do, I might plug it in at home and just test it out. But put the channels in the memories. You know what I mean? Sit doing that. Yeah, well, it's a bit different, but it does work a bit like a Morpung's memory. We got by with that one. Excuse me. We got by with that one that you had sent back. We did that all right, didn't we? So I think it'll be doable. I've tried this software, but I can't get the software to open on any computer I've got. It won't open. It just keeps coming up with error. No, I'll have a do, I might have a do, and then, like you say, I'll put it away. I'm going to chuck it in wife's car, and then I'm going to chuck the Space View into the lad's car. And then no matter which car I've jumped, whichever car I jump in, I've got a radio in it, haven't I? Annoying. It took her a while to find out, and then because she obviously didn't know for a while, it slipped by, well, like you say. Now I'm just going to swap it, if you will. It's not going to get much choice, is it? It'll, like you say, it'll just be like wife's car. It'll be in glove box, and all I'll do is just pop the aerial on the roof and plug the thingy lighter in. Well, he can always give us a shout when he's on his way home, can't he, on PLR, so it's always an option then. I can get nearly all the way to his work anyway, so it won't be a bad option, especially if weather's bad. Yeah, I mean, are they singing that day? Well, you haven't told me all about it, but years ago, me and wife were walking around and we're like, I can hear singing and it was echoing all, we were walking around Rydal Lake and we're like, we can hear singing, right good sound, you know what I mean, because they stand in the entrance of the cave and they sing, don't they? And so obviously we eventually found them, you know what I mean, but it was really good. we try and do it once a year at least, you know what I mean? We do like a figure of 8, Grasmere and Rydal, and we do it like a figure of 8, and it's just a nice walk. And if you just get on the edge of is it Grasmere? I think if you get right on bottom end where it runs down into Rydal water, there's a little nice bench there. Hang on, it rings a bell, that. Yeah, I don't know. It rings a bell, definitely. It might be one of the ones my mate were going into, but I've definitely heard about it. I'll have a look, yeah. Yeah, well, I like to say, if she ever chucks a job, we can go and do a bit more like that, go and do a walk every now and again up there, but, yeah, we try to do. You know, you get a good spell, you know, following weekend's going to be right nice sort of thing. Well, all right, well, let's go and do something a bit different, you know. Good evening. How do? Hello there, Eddie. How are you? No, I haven't been on since last time we did the net, I'm afraid, Eddie. I've just been too busy. I've got piles of work on. I've got to get it done. So I just have to forgo all pleasure and just work. Over. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I kind of, I've got some work and I have to get it done. Because after that there's notes. So I need to make the money. Over. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, look, yeah, was there somebody else calling in there? Won't be a sec, Eddie. Thought I heard somebody else call in, Eddie. I don't know. We're about to start the net, so yeah. I hope you're well anyway, Eddie. Half and half. Well, that's an interesting situation. But anyway, let's hope that the good half is what's going to win the battle. Over.
Okay, well, we've got a few people on the net tonight, so I can see that. Well, not too many, but we've got some. Yes, good evening, everybody on the internet as well. This is 26 Alpha Tango 281. This is the Northeast Net. Any stations by want to join us? I have Eddie in the log, so Charlie Tango 1242, you're in the log. Yeah, good evening, Eddie. And anybody else by the frequency? Come on.
Cracker T on the side.
Okay, a few there. I've got the other 281. Yeah, okay. Papa Delta 281. Good evening, Tony. I heard you as well, Bill. So, but I'll just say hello to Tony first. Yeah, hello, Tony.
Good evening. How are you? Is it cold up there, or is it not too bad?
Well, it's certainly not warm, but it's nowhere near what it was. The end of last week was just absolutely perishing. I had somebody working for me at the house at the end of last week, and they had to stay the night, and I was a bit worried that they were going to freeze. It was really, really cold at the end of last week. This time was absolutely fine, Tony, over.
Very good, yeah. Have you got your roof repaired anyway?
No, they haven't even replied to us. We've told them there's 2 big tiles blown off, but they haven't replied, so that's part of the course, I guess, over.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll leave you to see if there's anybody else to come in.
Yeah, okay, fine, thanks very much. Yeah, this is 26AT281. Yeah, good evening, Bill, Hotel Bravo 81, yeah? Thanks very much, Bill, for the report. Yeah, you're doing okay. I can hear you again tonight, so a little bit more static than there was last week, but I've got you okay, yeah? Everything all right in your world, Bill? Yeah, well, that's right. Well, I got my Christmas coal delivered today, Bill, so I'm pleased about that. And it's arrived, and it's all in the shed, and so looking forward to not having to order any for a while. So that's good news anyway, Bill. Over. Fair enough then. Yes, there was somebody else as well, so I'm just going to go straight back to anybody else who's trying to get into the tonight's Northeast Net. QRZ to the Northeast Net.
Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01, standing by. Good evening.
All right, okay, I got a Whiskey Yankee Bravo there, but there was another one who just said good evening there at the end. Can you go there?
Yeah, 26 Foxtrot Bravo 2620. Hi, Andy.
Okay, that's Fox Bravo 2620. Stuart, good evening. Nice to hear you. I've got you, Whiskey Yankee Bravo. I'll be back to you in a minute. How's things with you, Stuart? Over?
Yeah, all good. I'm up for Christmas, so just going into work now and then at the moment. So it's been nice to spend a bit of time with Sarah and Archie. Over.
I bet it will, and yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. I mean, like the world's going a bit crazy again, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'll be really honest. I'm just. Well, fortunately, I've got to keep my head down working for a while, so it's not going to. It's not going to sort of like change my life too much at the moment. But yeah, I had my booster jab yesterday, Stuart, and I'm feeling absolutely rotten. Over.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Yep, I've had my booster as well. The only thing I got from that, Andy, was a bit of a dead arm, but that was about it. But they do say if you're feeling a bit rough over it, it's working. Over.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling rough as old boots, to be honest. I just want to go to bed, but yeah, it's just one of those things. And the best thing to do is keep going, I guess. Yes, and I've got a very weak left arm at the moment, so yeah, yesterday's was different. It was like it really hurt. It really hurt in the actual moment. Wow. Oh, anyway, that's just the way it turned out. Over.
Roger. Well, you carry on being okay. You'll be all right. You'll be all right, Andy. Keep on trucking.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best I can do at all times. Yeah, Stuart. Okay, I better bring another station in. Yeah. Good evening, Whiskey Yankee Bravo. Was that you, Paul, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, it's me, fella. Yeah. Yeah, I'm outside, mate.
Okay, Paul. How are you at the moment? All right.
So I've had an headache since I had my booster. Every 3 weeks of Saturday I've had it, and I've had an headache ever since.
You've had a headache for 3 weeks?
Really, yeah. It keeps moving a bit. Sometimes it feels like it's my sinuses, and sometimes it's like top of my head, and sometimes it's back of my head. At the moment, it seems to be around my sinuses, around back of my eyes. It's not a mega headache, but it's there all the time. When I get up and do stuff, I'm getting dizzy and feeling slightly dizzy. I know other people have told me when they've had jabs, they've had an headache for a few weeks after, so I've been, if it's no better by Friday, I'm going to be ringing 119 or whatever it is, 111 or whatever it is.
Right, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds a bit migrainous if it's behind your eyes and in your sinuses, but yeah, I mean, the one at the back of your head doesn't sound like migraine, or migraine, whichever you happen to call it. I don't know, I've never known how to pronounce that. Anyway, Paul, I hope you get it sorted out. I've had quite a few migraines myself in my time, and basically, I was very ill about 6 years ago, and after that, my migraine stopped. So let's hope it keeps that way. Over.
Yeah, I have had similar condition a good few years ago. It only lasted for about 4 days though, but this one just seems to be just hanging in there. It doesn't seem to be clearing. And I'm taking paracetamol and all my medication and what have you. I would have thought it would have shifted it by now.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe it's time to go to the pharmacy and ask what they can recommend. And you might find that if you describe your symptoms, they give you something for migraine, like either naratriptan or sumatriptan. But anyway, yeah, talk to the pharmacist because doctors are too busy at the moment, aren't they? Yeah. All right, Paul.
Yeah, nice one. I'm back on the side.
Hey, no worries. Yeah, this is 26 Alpha Tango 281. This for the Northeast now. Any stations by want to join? Right, I've got a few there coming in. Was that Alpha Bravo 2608? Right, okay. Where are you tonight, Andy? Really, you're doing exceptionally well. If you are home base in Redcar, you are doing really well tonight. Over. You're giving me a signal 2, radio 5. That's absolutely amazing, mate. Over. Sorry, repeat. No, it's signal 2. I've got no preamps in or anything, but it's radio 5. I wouldn't have expected to get your signal of any signal at all from Redcar. To me, most of the Redcar stations I can just about get, but only just. But you're giving me good signal and totally readable, Andy. Over. Well, it's certainly working. A 503, is it? Right, okay. And how many watts does that put out? Over. Oh gosh, they're a dark art, those things. QRM eliminators. Yeah, they're. You know, you fiddle around with them for ages, and you just have to hope that they work. Over. Okay, no problems at all, Andy. Lovely to hear you. Yes, there were some other stations there calling in. Who were those? Right, I've still got a few coming in. I heard the number 70 there. Who was that? Oh, 270, okay, Delta, yes, okay, got it, Delta Echo Kilo. Yeah, good evening, Derek. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Yeah, finally somebody from the northeast. Well, I suppose that Andy's in the northeast as well, up at Redcar. So, yeah, good to hear you, Derek. You're coming through nice and clear tonight, over.
Yeah, I'm on here.
What are you on, Derek? Echo India 456, you mean, yeah? All right then, yeah, good evening, Alan, Echo India 456. What have you been giving Derek for tea, over? Yeah, it sounds like it's good stuff. It doesn't sound like he drank it either. It sounds like he might have inhaled it. Anyway, Alan, yeah, good to hear you. How are you? So many things it can be nowadays, it's almost impossible. All I know is normally when there's some kids who live across the road from me, and when they go to school, they get on the school bus, and I still get a lot of interference, and then as the school bus goes out of range of their mobile phones, suddenly all the noise stops. Over. Yes, well, I've been saying for a couple of weeks now that we had a new system put in. The whole village has been cabled up with fibre internet, so that won't cause any radio interference, theoretically, although I'm sure somebody will come on and say, yes, it does, but it's all optical, and basically it's made a big difference to radio signals in the area. There's no doubt about it. I mean, like, I'm picking up more than normal, so I'm picking up more than normal of signals I want to hear, rather than ones I don't want to hear, if you know what I mean. So, you know, hopefully as more and more areas get converted to solid fibre, you know, without ADSL wires going to their houses or any copper bits doing it, it'll get better, but it'll be a slow process. Derek, over. to D, no problem at all. Thanks very much. Yeah, sorry, Alan, I was probably a bit away from the microphone a bit there. But anyway, I'll carry on. Yes, this is 26 Alpha Tango 281 for the North East Net. Any stations by want to join us this evening? Go ahead. I got a Charlie Tango station there. Was it 3225?
Roger, Andy. Yeah, it's Daniel over in Bradford.
Daniel, yeah?
Roger, yeah.
Got you absolutely no problem at all, Daniel. Beautiful signal, nice radio 5, over.
Lovely, thanks for that. I've got you the same, Andy.
Okay, yeah, you're giving me a good signal 3, which is pretty good for Bradford, because I've got a massive couple of hills in the way of that. You know, got to get over a few sets of moors before I get to you. And you're doing well from there, my friend, over.
Lovely, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, I mean, the area I normally use for 11 metres, the top half blew off in the winds the other week, so I'm having to use a different area at the moment.
Well, it's certainly working. What are you using, over?
Well, to be fair, it's a 40-metre dipole, just tuned with the Kenwood TS 950.
All right, okay. Well, it's certainly working, my friend. As I say, you know, I'm about 15 miles north of Harrogate, and you sound like you're about 5 miles down the road, over.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. Anyway, I did hear some others calling, as I unkeyed somebody else was calling you.
Yep, I'll bring those in as well. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, stay with us. Okay, this is 268T281. I'm listening. 110, Radio Charlie. Go ahead. Okay, whereabouts did you say you were, Jason? Over. Oh, right, Castleford, yes. I remember you've been on before, haven't you, my friend? Yeah, you, I think you know Russ, don't you, over? Right, okay, well, I'll assume that may be the same one. Anyway, Jason, yeah, nice to hear you. You're a good Radio 5 from Castleford this evening. I didn't get a signal, I wasn't looking, I'm afraid. I'll try to do that in a minute. Right, well, it's certainly doing well, is that, my friend, over? Right, okay, it just seems that the video has disappeared for a minute, so I don't know what's happened, but I'll see if I can get it going again. I'll hand over to somebody else whilst I try to get the video going, Jason. Okay, right, thanks very much indeed for calling in, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Russ, are you with us yet? Okay, no, Russ, in fact, I don't think we've got anybody on Hilltops yet. I may be wrong, but we'll see. Okay, so any other stations for the North East Net? Come on.
QSK 6 Whiskey Yankee Bravo 1426 Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14.
Okay, I've got a couple of stations shouting in. One of them's slightly down on frequency. It's quite difficult to hear. And that was the person who was just talking just then. There was something, was it a 399 there? Go ahead. Two 6 Tango Delta 39. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a call sign I recognise. Are you near Skipton somewhere? Ben in Gargrave. Yes, you were with us last week, weren't you, my friend? Okay, yeah, I've got you, no problem at all, Ben. Yeah, probably it is a bit down on last week. I've only just got a little bit of movement on the nasal from you, Ben, this evening, and I think you were a bit stronger last week, but I can hear everything you're saying, over. Okay, Ben, I'll try to get back to you. Yeah, who else was that calling in? Slightly down on frequency, although you won't know it was you. But try again.
26 Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14. 26 Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14.
Okay, Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14. Got you, my friend. Right, I'm just trying to remember if that's Stuart or is it Dave? Who is it?
Yeah, it's Dave, Andy. It's Dave. Mine at old Cobra, 40-year-old Cobra. So I've no frequency readout, so if I'm off, I'm off. If I'm on, I'm on. I'm receiving you okay, though. I can hear you tonight. Very, very, very big skip, though, tonight. Not skip, but interference. Back to you.
Yeah, there's a bit of noise abound this evening, isn't there, Dave? Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, you're only just a tiny bit down, and I've got you now. I can hear what you're saying. No problem at all, Dave. What radio did you say that was?
Cobra 148 Mark 2. Cobra 148 GTL Mark 2.
Okay, well, it's always nice to hear those anyway. They're the radio we all grew up on if we had the opportunity. I've got one here, mine's a Mark 1, yeah, it stays off until we do vintage nights and stuff like that, Dave, over?
Yeah, it's working good, working okay. Picking up okay anyway, picking up good on sideband, and like I said, but the interference is quite bad today. These Christmas lights seem to be causing a lot of problems. Back to you.
What seems to be causing a lot of problems, did you say?
Christmas lights, I believe. I think it could be Christmas lights.
Oh, they're a nightmare of those. I mean, they come with the most, they come with power supplies that, are just absolutely appalling. I've got no idea why they allow them, to be honest. Yeah, they're dreadful, particularly the ones that flash or have a sort of multiple system that keeps on changing what they do and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, bound to cause problems, over.
Yeah, okay, right. I'm on the side. I'll go on the side. I'll be listening. So, I know Paul's on, Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01. I don't know if he's called out yet. So I'll be on the side. Andy, 26 Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14.
Okay, thanks very much indeed, my friend Dave. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, let's go to Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01. Paul, would you just put a couple of call-outs whilst I'm trying to get the video going again? Is that all right, Paul?
Yeah, that's fine, mate, yeah. So you've got Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01 for the midweek net. Anybody call?
Paul, kick off with this one.
Yeah, I've got you. Is that you, Steve?
Roger, I've been trying to get in there, Paul. The QRM down here is horrendous. You're coming through absolutely beautiful down here. It's a low bell of Paul, over.
Oh, roger that. So we've got Whiskey Yankee Bravo 16 over in Baildon, Andy, for the log. It's just come through to me there. It's given me a signal free. Audio, Radio 5. Absolutely superb audio to me. Yeah, is anybody else out there?
Upper Delta 281. I heard Steve there. Are you there, Steve?
Yeah, I've got you there. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, good. Nice to hear you on. You were on last week, I know. I'm just filling in a little bit. I think Andy's trying to queue up his whatever he does, And yeah, I just heard you on there. Yeah, so catch up with you later.
Yeah, we're not staying on long tonight. We're just wondering if anybody on the network heard anything about Will. Because I haven't heard him for a while. I'm just wondering how we're going.
Well, I wouldn't know. I think Andy's the one to know, possibly.
Yeah, well, I'll stay on the side a minute or two, but it's nice hearing you anyway, you guys out there. I don't know where you are, Paul, but you must be up on Old Moss there.
No, I'm not on there. I do have my kicker on at the moment.
You're coming pretty well over here, Paul, so I'm not going to log the channel, so I just need to ask Andy if he's heard out of Will when he comes back, so I'll the side a minute.
Yeah, roger that, yeah. I don't know if Andy's getting you, but I'll 10-5 that. Steve from over there would like to know about Will, if Will's about.
disappeared, Paul.
Yeah, I think he might be still doing the thing, so we've got Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01 just outside Dewsbury for the midweek net. Anybody else want to call?
By the way, Paul, you made a good contact up to us today, mate.
Yeah, nice one, fella. There's another station there, just on Fire Street. That was station, come back. No, I'm just not getting him at the moment. He seems to have disappeared into the mush there. Anybody else for the midweek net? I can just make out some slight bit of audio right at the back of the box there, my friend. If you get me, unfortunately, I can't hear what you're saying exactly. I can tell you're speaking, but I can't make the words out.
Okay, I'm back. I've just got a few problems at my end, actually. Basically, thanks for taking over for a second there, Paul. But I'm getting a lot of phone calls from somebody in my family who knows that they're not supposed to ring me on Wednesday at this time, which leads me to believe it might be something I need to deal with. So I might just have to pop off for a few minutes. I'm very sorry. I don't know if there's anybody on, like Russ or anybody who could possibly help out for a few minutes whilst I go and see what's going on. Anybody around want to help out? Okay, Andy, yeah, I'm just going to have to go and find out why I'm getting lots of phone calls all of a sudden. So, Andy, would you mind just doing a few shout-outs and see if you can hold it together for 5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I'll do 5 minutes, and then I'll say that. That's it. Here we go. This is 26 Portfolio 66 mobile. We're going to Hamilton North. Double R face net. Stuart, 2620, on the top of you. Do you get the order?
Hi there, Andy. It's Tony in North Leeds. I can just hear you. Obviously not up on the moors tonight.
Yeah, I am Tony. Hello, mate. I'm on the moors, but I'm not got the big whip on. I'm just on the normal silent. So if I get chance, I'll put the big one up. You should be able to get me a bit better. How you doing?
I'm alright. You just sounded a bit quiet, that was all. Not the usual booming in over here into North Leeds, you know. But, yeah, I haven't spoken to you for a while, but hope you're alright.
Yeah. I'm all just ready to go to today. Whether we'll have a Christmas after, I don't know. We'll have to see what electricity's come up with, but make the best of it now, that's the way to do it. I'll just see what else I can get. This is 26 Portfolio 66 above also. Anybody else checking it? No, sorry, I'm not looking out too far from that. I don't know what it is. It's conditions, I think, as well out there. What's too far to anyway? Are you copying this?
You got Delta Tango 1390.
1390, I'll stick down with it.
I'm doing alright, are you? You're 9 plus here, no problem. In between television ripping there, my friend. So you're working alright.
Yeah, okay, quite many times. Yeah, I just had to put some phone calls and we got there for 5 minutes. So, anyway, yeah, in the car back at the start of an hour to Granby, so I'm putting a big grip on the mobile. So, we might put a few calls out, but you don't mind.
Yeah, I've got time. You have them a call out, but how you receiving me over there this evening?
Alright, yeah, fine, no better at all. You just have to go in there over here.
Yeah, this is the Yesu 101 MP.
Yeah, doing Granby that. Right, I'll leave it to you for some minutes. I'll put the big grip on it and then I'll put my phone.
Yeah, no problem. Well, cheers for that. It's Delta Tango 1390, just taking over from Andy for a bit. He's had an important phone call come in, so Anybody copy Tango 1 at 390? Yeah, I've got you there, Ben in Gargrave. You're a little bit more down the signal. What have you done? Roger, yeah, it's just down about an S point. It might be conditions, because at the moment we've got like a big sort of high pressure come across and it can alter conditions, you know, because I've got like, I've got Sky TV, but also I've got that pre-sat with about 100 channels on them all, and when it's like this, it gets the signal source says weak signal, and it starts putting like pixels on the telly there, Ben. So it's alright, Ben. Well, I've called you back in a bit, and I'm just calling out and helping Andy out for a little bit because it's on the phone there, but I'll come back to you shortly. I'll just give a few more call-outs on the midweek net. So anybody copy Tango 1 at 390 on the midweek net? Come on.
You alright, Chris?
Yeah, I'm alright, Stuart. How are you?
Yeah, good, my friend. Yeah, really, really good. We just had Father Christmas and a sleigh go past the street there, so Archie's been quite excited, over.
I don't blame you, mate. I'd have been excited. Yeah, I love Christmas, and it's nice having young children at home, and it just gets more Christmassy and more exciting, doesn't it, Stuart?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. I love Christmas too, Chris, over.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. So you keeping all right? Is the good lady fine? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good so far, so all good. Looking forward to Christmas, and then you've got the New Year, and then it all happens all over again. Another year.
Another year, but it's been an interesting year with what's going on and stuff, so we'll see what happens, but the main thing is keep your family safe and, you know, keep the money coming in and stuff like that, but you had a good year on your line of work because of what's been going on.
Absolutely, buddy, yeah. Everyone, just do what you can. And, yeah, we're all in, apart from, what's going on, we just got to get on with it, Chris, haven't you? Back to you.
Yeah, we can all look on I'd rather look on the bright side because, we're all going to be looking for a tree in a rope, but there's always better days ahead, and you have a few bad ones, but, it's just like anything else, life, isn't it, Stuart? So I'll give another call out. Thanks for coming back to me, and you're a good, you're about +10 in between the 9 and the 20 there, so you're cracking through to me up here.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the flower there, Chris. You're blasting through as normal. You have another call out, my friend.
Yeah, no problem, Stuart. Yeah, right. Well, if I don't speak to you before, I think I will. Have a happy Christmas, Stuart. All right, ciao.
You have a happy Christmas. I'm sure I'll talk to you beforehand anyway, but you go ahead and have another call out, mate. Bye, Chris.
Yeah. Are you back there, Andy?
Yeah, I'm back. Yes, good evening to you, Chris, and everybody else. Yeah, it's good to hear from you. And I've got you in the log now, Chris. Yeah, 26 Delta Tango 1390. Okay, got you there. Yeah, sorry, mate. My kids are under strict instructions never to ring me at this time on a Wednesday unless it's a real emergency. So the phone kept on ringing, and I thought, oh God, I've got to take this. It could be something really bad, like COVID or something. So I took it, and it was, Dad, what do you want for Christmas? So Well, I just told them I wanted a Yaesu 1000 MP, over.
Yeah, well, not a bad choice really, but yeah, that's kids when they get excited, don't they? And they don't realise, what thing. I mean, your kids probably grown up, but they still get excited at Christmas time, and that's a good thing, isn't it? But we've held the fort there, and yeah, it's nice to hear you, Andy, there. So I'll let you crack on. To speak to Stuart, and I've got a guy over on Ilkley Moor there, it was on as well there. So, all right, Andy, over to you.
Okay, thanks very much indeed. Yes, that'll be Andy on Ilkley Moor, of course. Fox Lima 66. Hello, Andy, how are you?
Just changing antennas, call you fine.
Okay, no problem. Anybody else want to join the North East Net? Sorry for my absence. I've been ordering Christmas presents, which wasn't supposed to happen. Anybody about for the North East Net? QRZ, please.
QSK.
Right, okay. I got you, Steve, 974. No problem. I've got QSK coming from Albert. Hello, Albert.
Good evening, Andy. Good evening, everybody.
Nice to hear you, my friend. Yeah, how are you, Albert?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, good to know you can hear me tonight. I can hear you very well indeed. Over.
Yeah, I can just about hear you, Andy, but you're there.
Well, that's why I shout, to make sure you can. Everything all right in your part of the world, over?
I could hear Chris talking to you.
I beg your pardon?
I could hear Chris talking to you.
Oh, good. Well, okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I'm glad we're making it through tonight. Yes, maybe your power lines are being a bit nicer to you than normal. Do you not get that, Albert?
I only heard you softly there, Andy.
Okay, I was just saying that I hope the power lines are being a bit nicer to you than normal. Over.
You're not getting him, Bertram.
No, it keeps coming and going.
Yeah, it's Tony here. Just saying he's not getting it. Or you're not getting Andy.
Yeah, good evening, Tony.
Yeah, anyway, hand it back to Andy, because he wants to bring some more in.
Yeah, I'll leave it to you, Andy. Over to you.
Okay, thanks very much. Yeah, good evening, Steve. How are you? Okay, thanks very much. Okay, you're welcome to take it through to Andy. Andy's at home in Redcar tonight, not up on the tops, over. Okay, thanks very much indeed, yeah. Okay, have you finished with that antenna yet? Lima 66? Or obviously not. Okay, right, any other stations want to join us before I start putting it around a little bit? It's a quiet night tonight, no problem with that at all. Anybody else want to join? Okay, Jason in Castleford, are you still with us, mate? Okay, who can you hear? Have you been able to hear anybody, over? Yeah, did you say you were getting Stuart either from York or Steve from Hartlepool just a second ago, over? Okay, fair enough then. Well, look, I'll tell you what, Jason, do you fancy just sticking a call out and seeing who comes back to you, over?
Station in Castleford, Whiskey Yankee Bravo 1-4. Yeah, okay, I've spoke to you before. I've just changed radios. I have spoke to Andy earlier. Just changed them to the ICOM 746. Okay, thank you. I'll be on the side then.
North Yorkshire. Yeah. Well, you're moving into me. I've got you Signal 9 plus Super Radio 5 there, my friend.
Yeah, it's Paul Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01. I'm not too far from this. Yeah, your audio is absolutely BBC radio to me, mate. Signal 57. It's good audio, is that, mate? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll let you continue, mate. I'm back on side. I'll let you continue. I'm back on the side.
Okay, no problems at all, no problems, and thanks very much indeed. Hey, Derek, Delta Echo Kilo 270, are you still with us, mate? Good, how are you now? You came on in a flurry of chaos, over. You've had a bit of a cold, yeah? Is it anything to do with injections are out? Oh, well, I hope you get over it pretty soon. My injection was yesterday, Derek, and I felt perfectly all right all day yesterday, and I thought, right, okay, that's it, we're okay. And then I started feeling absolutely crap round about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and so hopefully just hang on and it'll be over tomorrow. Over. Have you had your third yet, Derek? Yeah, it was a different one for me. I got a Moderna one, and up till then I'd had the AstraZeneca. So anyway, I guess I needed it. So I'm not going to complain at all. They were very nice staff as normal, very efficient, and this particular one hurt like hell. I nearly shouted something rude out, Derek, but there you go. Over. Yeah, that's one of the Whiskey Yankee Bravos, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, that's not too good, isn't that, Over? Bloody hell, I'll try that myself next time I have that. That sounds like a really good one. I mean, and it's not going to harm you, is it? It's not going to harm you, so that sounds like a good idea. Thanks very much for that, Derek. Was that you, Paul, who's had the headaches?
It's fella, yeah. I don't understand why, but it's there.
And did you hear Derek's recommendation?
I'm afraid not. I'm not getting him at all.
Right, okay, well, Derek's saying that it's quite a good idea when you get headaches, like particularly migrainous ones that are at the front of your head. He said, get your feet into some of the hottest water you can stand to have your feet in, and it helps by drawing away pressure from your head. Now, I've never heard that one before, but it makes sense, and I'm going to try it because it won't do you any harm, over.
Yeah. I'll get the old mop bucket out and fill it up.
Get your feet in some hot water. Yeah, okay, that sounds like a really good one to me. I'll definitely give that a try. And I often find that drinking a load of Coca-Cola really fast helps me. Get something sweet in. But there you go. I'm not allowed to take the anti-migraine pills anyway because they'll be bad for my heart. So I'm just praying and hoping that I don't get another migraine bout because they're horrible. Over.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't do the Coca-Cola because I'm diabetic as well. So unfortunately I can't do the sugar trick.
Okay, well, we're kind of having an 80 metres themed night tonight. We've had quite a bit of stuff on about health and injections and stuff, but anyway, I suppose we're entitled to do that once in a while. Anyway, Paul, you're sounding good still, so there you go. Get your feet in a bucket of hot water and tell us next week how it did, over?
I will. Over next week or so, I've got myself a disco antenna, transmittable one. I'm hoping to swap that for my 270 to see how I do on some of the other bands for listening.
All right, okay, for listening, yeah, fair enough. I don't know anybody who transmits on a disco, but it sounds, yeah, I've never had one of those actually, over.
Yeah, well, this particular one has a whip in the middle. It can transmit 25 to 130 something, I think he says. So I'm going to give that a whirl.
Well, it'd be very interesting to hear you on it. I'll try to remember what signal you are tonight and see if you get it transmitting, and I'll try to give you a report on it then, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I don't know if I'll get it up for next week, but I'm hoping to get it up at some point. I was going to put it in the loft, but with it having the whip on the middle, I think it's going to be a bit too tall for my loft. So I'll have to mount it on a pole like it's meant to be.
Okay, thanks very much, Paul. Yeah, well, I look forward to that. Yes, I've got a couple of QSKs and somebody else calling in. Yeah, the station that said QSK, go ahead. You've got to go and help a digger driver. Oh, right, okay. Well, yeah, fair enough then. I'm sorry to hear that, Ben, but enjoy digging a hole. It doesn't feel like somehow the best kind of weather or conditions to dig a hole, but I'm sure you're used to it. So go and dig away, over. I was going to ask you how much soil you need to dig a hole that deep, over. Okay. Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. So if you live in Skipton, Ben is coming to dig a hole. All right. See you later, Ben. Happy digging. Gracious. Okay. That's fair enough. Any other stations by trying to join the net? Over.
QSK Andy.
QSK Andy.
Good evening, sir. It's Steve. The Whiskey Yankee 88, or the Whiskey Delta, the Whiskey Delta Club, Whiskey Yankee Bravo Club, sorry. Just asking you, Andy, if you can hear me. I've heard Will on for a moment. Do you know how he is back to you?
I'm afraid, because of the fact that I've been plunged into far too much work around Christmas, I haven't been able to come on the radio, and I haven't spoken to Will for some time, and I really must give him a call. But nice of you to ask about him, and I'm sure he'll be pleased. I'll let him know. He may even be listening, but he probably won't. He probably won't come on, and there's no problem about that either. I'll certainly mention that you asked after him, Steve. Over.
Roger on that, Andy. Yeah, I like talking to Will. He can tell a good tale, can Will. And I just haven't heard him on for a while. I just wondered if you were okay there, Andy. Over to you.
Yes, I hope he is, and I will certainly make sure I give him a call tomorrow. And thanks for mentioning it, Steve. Yes, he's one of the most interesting people on the radio, no doubt about it. Over.
Roger on that, Andy. Last question before I go. Just down the road, there's a set of traffic lights from you know what I mean? When are they going to get them fixed? They've been there about 3 years now.
Did you say you're going to go and fix them?
No, when's the corporation going to fix them? Every time I come down that hill, they're on red. And if you try to go through at red, somebody comes through opposite side, you get off, picking a note in and... But you know what I mean, don't you there, Andy, over?
Yes, I do. It's an absolutely terrible situation. Those traffic lights were put there in the snows of 2019, a long time before we'd heard of COVID. There was a snowstorm round about November in 2019. They came along, they put temporary traffic lights there, and those temporary traffic lights have been there so long, they've got weeds growing up them, and they're just getting grown over into the system, and half the road is missing, and they don't. Every so often they seem to send somebody up, and there's a few cars around and a few people standing looking a bit bemused and not knowing what to do, and then they disappear and nothing happens. You're right, it's been 2.5 years. It's 2 years and a bit now that they've been like that. It's the longest set of temporary traffic lights I've ever known, over.
Roger on that, Andy. Yeah, I know. Whichever way you come, I can guarantee it's always on red. You stop, you wait, you think, right, I'll go for it, and you think, right, it's red, I'll go for it. Then somebody comes flying around the corner. Well, there you go. Okay, Andy, I'm not going to hog the channel. I'm going to go QRT in a minute, because I've still got a lot of my chickens up, and I don't want that furry bushy-tailed bandit coming round and helping itself. So, thanks for letting us in, Andy. Did you pass my regards on to Will? I'd appreciate that. Okay, Andy, this is the Whiskey Yankee Bravo 17, or the West Yorkshire 88 Steve. We're both members of the same club. Wishing you all the best, and take care. Stay safe out there. 73s.
Yeah, fine. Thank you very much indeed. No problem at all, Steve. And yeah, when all that is over with those temporary traffic lights, it's a I think it's a 1 in 7 hill at that point, and the traffic that's going up when it comes to there, the amount of burnt out clutches that there'll be as a result of having to do those hill starts every time. You know, I hope that somebody gets sued. All right, mate. See you later. Take care.
Cheers, Andy. All the best, mate. All the best for anybody that can hear me out here from Stephen Shipley, yeah.
Yeah, and best wishes and 73s and 88s to Sally, over.
Yeah, cheers for that, Andy. We're gone now.
See you later. Okay, this is 26 Alpha Tango 281. Anybody else want to join us this evening?
Andy, before you bring anybody in, can I have a word?
Of course you can have a word. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Well, just talking about Will. Have you got anywhere with the tape that I gave you?
I had given that to Will, so I'm not entirely sure what he's done with it or anything. Over.
Right, I just wondered, you know, Tom Darren was asking if anything had transpired with it, whether you've got anything off it or not, you know.
Right, well, I promise I'll talk to Will tomorrow and sort this out. Yeah, there's a few things I need to ask him anyway. So, yeah, absolutely no problem there, Tony, over.
Okay, that's fine, thank you. Because I also heard that Radio Caroline have got a bigger transmitter out now, and I still can't receive them here. Don't know whether you can up where you are.
Well, I've not been listening to them for quite a long time because the thing is I can get Caroline on digital, so you know, you can just you can hear it in perfect, glorious stereo and everything. And I know it's not radio. I'm being a bit of a Philistine here, but you know, you can just go online and hear it perfectly. Over.
Roger, yes, I know that. I've done that. It's just that it was Darren saying, you know, he listens to it when he's out Wakefield way and it's nice and clear, and it's a bit stronger than it was, you know.
Right, fair enough. Well, I'm hoping it is. I mean, you know, because like radio is best on the radio, of course, but you know, it's just getting to the stage where it's so blooming convenient to. I live in a pretty crap reception area, and since they had that problem with a transmitter somewhere on North Yorkshire Moors, I'm honestly better just getting internet radio, and it works first time, over.
Yes, Roger, yeah. Anyway, leave you to it, see if anybody else is waiting to give you a shout.
Okay, well, I don't know. It's been a very, very quiet night tonight, actually. We've only got a few on, just a handful of people. It's par for the course. Sometimes like this at Christmas, and of course, you know, we're getting a lot of stuff about COVID going around, and maybe people aren't going out as far. So, fair enough, Tony. Anyway, glad to know that you're okay and well, over.
Yeah, fine, thank you, yeah. So far, anyway.
Yeah, it's not a good situation that's going on. Okay, any other stations by? This is 26 Alpha Tango 2A1 for this evening's Northeast Net, coming out of Harrogate, North Yorkshire. Anybody about? Righty-ho, what about you, Bill? Are you still with us? Okay, Bill, yeah, okay. I'm quite enjoying this, being able to talk to your business. Yeah, it's definitely got better in recent weeks, no doubt about it at all. No stations from over Lancashire way this evening, no Daves or Pendle Hills or anything like that. I think quite a lot of people have stayed at home tonight, so just hope everything's okay at your end. Are you using the multi-mode tonight? Okay, fair enough, Bill. Well, it's certainly working to me. Is anybody else getting Bill? I'd like to take it through to him. He's about the furthest west station we've got tonight. Anybody hearing him, over?
I can just hear Andy, not much on the conversation, but tell him I can hear him if he can hear me.
Oh, well, Tony and Leeds can hear you, Bill. Over.
I've got him.
Excellent, okay. Well, he's got you. You've both got each other, but just over the back of the box. And I think Chris can hear you. He's quite near me, is Chris, and he can usually hear everybody. Yes, Chris, give Bill a shout, over.
Yeah, Bill, do you copy Del Tango 1390, Bill? Yeah, I'm sort of in between Paley Bridge and Ripon there. Yeah, I've got you on the signal 3, Radio 5 over here. Yeah, well, it's working anyway. It's coming over here very well. You're sounding good over there. Whereabouts roughly are you? Yeah, Roger, yeah. Ah, yeah, so you're right near Lancashire border there. Yeah, I've heard of some of them places, but don't know that side that well there. So, but you're making a trip over Jean Paley Bridge and Ripon there, my friend. No problemo. Yeah, no problem there. All right, thank you anyway, and I'll catch you again. Yeah, send me freeze, my friend. Bye-bye.
Anybody else game, Bill, before I take it through to Chris?
66 is that, just getting in.
Okay, give Bill a shout then, 66, over.
Yeah, that's all down the right road, Bill. You get Andy, top play the 66 mobile, the whole day. You get in the truck? It's not a bad signal, but fairly weak. Yeah, that's it, mate, that's it. Okay, well, I can just get you. I don't usually get you that well anyway, and the antenna's playing a little bit, but I can just get you out, okay. Yeah, slightly different position. I'll not come here again. It sounds good. Okay, mate. Send me through to back to you, Andy. What you're showing on?
Whole wheat digestive. Thank you very much indeed, Andy. It's biscuit time here, as you know, and it's been a rather frugal day for food. I haven't had much food today, so the biscuits were very welcome. Signal 6, Radio 5 to me, Andy. No problems at all. I think that normally I get a kind of 7.5 off you, you know, so maybe just a little bit weaker tonight, but absolutely no problems whatsoever. Over.
Okay, well, yeah, send over and yeah, I've got a flat.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to ask Chris. Chris, are you fitting up Russ's antenna tomorrow, over?
No.
Is Andy at home, Andy? Yeah, who's that? Is that you, Paddy? Oh, it's Russ. Hello. I'm absolutely fine, thank you. Yes, absolutely fine. Yeah, where are you? Banging through, yes. Absolutely great, Russ. Nice to hear you. Did you manage to find the drill bit you were looking for? Righty-ho, okay, well, there you go. It's certainly coming through very well. It always does. Do you want to try other stations, over? Andy's up on Ilkley Moor, Fox Lima 66, over. Okay, I'm Andy too, by the way. Nice to hear you, Russ. Now, let's see. Is there anybody hearing Russ who has got a brand new Stereo Gain Master up? He's very low down in the bottom of the valley, but he seems to be getting out. Anybody else getting him? Over. Nobody else?
Yes, I'm getting him, Andy, but only just.
You're just making it to Leeds there, Russ, over. That was Tony, yep.
Well, I'm getting you, it's very quiet. I would say I'm struggling to the signal being about 3, maybe 4 if I'm lucky, and about radio 2. The same antenna at this end anyway, which is what you've got, I think, and a 450 I'm working on at the moment.
No problems. I just want to go round up to 12. First of all, I don't suppose 12:42. Are you about, Eddie? No, right, okay. And there was, 2608, Mr. Andy, are you with us still? Andy, Alpha Bravo 2608, anybody there? Okay, is there anybody you can hear? You want to take it through to me? You can just hear me. I bet you can hear Chris. Yeah, no problems. Yeah, Chris does want to give you a shout, if that's all right, Andy, 2608. Chris, take it through to Andy.
Yeah, Andy, can you hear Delta Tango 1390, Andy? Andy, are you there, my friend? Can you hear Delta Tango 1390?
Don't sound like you're getting Chris there, Andy. He's on the other side of the valley from me, but and I've got a really nice pass through to places like Redcar and what is that place called? I always forget what it's called where Derek lives. I'll remember it in a minute. Yeah, okay. You're not hearing Chris then, Andy. Oh, it's all right, mate. Yeah, no problem. Are you about next week in your normal place? Over. Okay, no worries at all. That's just fine, Andy. And it's really good to have had you on tonight, anyway, even if you're not up to your normal sort of like power. What, Steve? Did you say you could hear Chris?
Yeah, I've got you there, my friend. I've got you 55, signal 5, radio 5. Yeah, Roger, yeah, you're making it up here. It's the wrong side of the hill, but you're making a good signal 5, radio 5, my friend, no problem. And I can hear the other gentleman you're talking to with 7 pound of noise. He's radio 5, signal 3. Yeah, no problem there in Hartlepool. Yeah, it's just end of the day, it's a lot. If you get a lot of interference, it does stop your receiving, doesn't it? But I've got you two guys. One of you a 5 and a 5, and one of you a 3 and a 5. So there you have it. Over to you, and I'll let you pass it back to Andy there. Yeah, no problem, mate.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, just want to go over to Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14. Dave, are you still with us? I had a QSK, did I? Yeah, QSK, QRZ. Okay, thanks very much, Higgy. Yeah, nice to hear you, my friend. Yeah, how are you? Well, you're certainly in the log, yeah. I'm sure there'll be a few other people want to have a quick hello to you, Higgy. Why don't you put a shout out whilst you're there, over?
I've got you. It's Delta Tango 1390. Yeah, signal 9, radio 5, my friend. Yeah, I'm good at you. I put Russ a new aerial up today. I don't know. I mean, he's right in Valley Bottom there, but he's getting out a lot better than he was. He's up about two or three S points on out and receive about 2. I don't know if you want to give them a shout there and see if you can copy each other there.
My pleasure, Higgy. That's no problem at all. This is 26 Alpha Tango 281. This is the Northeast Net. We're into the last little bit of this week's net. Anybody want to join us? There's no legal limitations. We can have as many people as we want. There's no need to wear masks. Absolutely everything's perfect. So why not join us? Come on. Well, I thought I did that brilliantly and nobody came back, so there's nobody listening, I'm afraid. Yeah, anybody want to join the Northeast Net? Come on. Nobody here but us chickens. Yeah, that about sums it up, Russ. Okay, yeah. It's been a very quiet night tonight. I think it's been the quietest for some time. I only have 15 people in the log tonight. Russ, over.
QSK.
West Sussex, that's very good, yeah. I mean, some of the other nets seem to get a lot further afield than this one does. Ours is a bit more kind of social, and then there's some that get a long way. So that's pretty good into West Sussex. Gracious. Well, I don't even know where West Sussex is. It's on the South Downs, is that, isn't it? Over? Gracious me, that's very good. Over. Right, okay. Well, well, hopefully next time I come, well, the first time I actually manage to get on your net, I'll be able to benefit from your DXing capabilities, Russ. I'm sorry that I haven't managed it yet, but as I keep on saying, I've thrown an awful lot of work, which I really ought to do, bearing in mind the fact that it's so thin on the ground at the moment. So I've got to get a massive job finished by the beginning of February. Over. Well, yeah. Not only that, I don't get paid until I've finished. So that's horrible. Over.
QSK.
It is an absolute bugger. Yeah. Somebody else trying to get through there. Go ahead.
Yeah, 26 Delta Romeo 4207, Mr. Mick.
Mr. Mick, yes, I thought I heard you earlier on, a bit further down the channels. Nice to hear you this evening, Mick, 4207. Yeah, absolutely belting through as normal, Mick. Lovely to hear you this evening.
Yeah, it certainly is. Nice. I thought we'd go to the hills and have a shout in for a change, but I think Dave and Neil have joined me, so there's a couple more to go into your longer. I think you just said you'd only 15.
Yes, I think it's about to go up. We might even hit the 20. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Okay, Mick. Are you there, Dave? Delta Romeo 397?
He said he was coming up. Neil's here, I think.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I just lost that there. Yeah, Russ, there was somebody coming back to me then. Who was that who was coming back to me then? Yeah, I've got you. You say you're in Cumbria, yeah? Okay, Neil in Barrow. Yeah, got you, no problem at all. Good to hear you. You're the furthest contact from me tonight, for sure. What's the call sign there, Nick, again? Okay, Neil, sorry about the Nick. I wrote your name down very untidily and I just read it off a piece of paper. I know it's Neil. Of course, I know who you are. We've spoken before many times. Got you nice and clear tonight, Neil. Very good indeed. Over. Why don't you do a general call out now? We've only got 10 minutes left on the clock, but if you give Dave a shout, and if he doesn't come back, put a general shout out and see who comes back to you from the people we've already got on the frequency. I'm sure they'll be glad to talk to you. Go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, it's a Delta Tango 1390. I've got you there, my friend. Yeah, Roger, you're a 2 and a 4. Signal 2, radio 4 to 5, my friend, and we're on service on the coast road there. Yeah, it's definitely quiet tonight, yeah. But there's been some good copies on the map, so I've enjoyed it. And what's the weather like over on the coast road? We're just starting to get some wind up here tonight. Not heavy wind, but I can hear it blowing round the windows over to you there. Well, it's nice to copy you there, and if I don't copy you before Christmas, you have a good Christmas there, my friend, and I'm sure I will copy you, but yeah, have a good Christmas, and I'll hand it back to you to give some more shouts out and see if anybody else will come back to you there, my friend.
There was a big double there, actually, Neil. Right, well, let's just see if there's anybody else that I can get that can hear you. Is there anybody else hearing Neil from Barrow in Furness, over?
Yeah, Andy, I'm getting in, but only just. I can hear him talking, but I can't make his modulation out, but I can certainly hear his bleep when he unkeys.
That's you, isn't it, Paul, yeah?
Yeah, roger that, yeah. Yeah, Whiskey
Yankee Bravo 01, he can hear you, but only just there, Neil, over. Roger. Okay then, Neil, no problem. And I know that, Russ has just come in to say that he can hear Paul, so I'll put those two together in a second. With your permission, Neil, I'll just take it to say hello to Dave. Yeah, good evening, Dave, 397. Yeah, your signal 3 to me, very clear indeed, Dave. You're obviously in that good location somewhere near Clitheroe, I'd have thought. Over. No problem at all. Yeah, okay, thanks very much. Yeah, Whiskey Yankee Bravo 01. Can you keep your ears peeled back for Russ, who's going to give you a shout? Russ, go ahead.
Just getting no signal but audio. The QTH in the preamp, but I missed a little bit in between there. I have not put my preamp on because when I put it on at the moment, I'm getting a pulse coming through with it, and it makes it even harder to hear who I'm talking to. So it's picking up on something, it's drawing it in. So when I leave it off, it's not as bad. No worries, and I can hear Dave near Clitheroe. Same again, audio, no signal, but audio's audible. So no worries there, Dave. You're making it through to Dewsbury there.
Okay, yeah, there was a QSK from 66 there. Go ahead. Off to the NID. What a wonderful location that is. There's just nowhere horrible in between. Okay, thank you very much. Well, I'm going to pull the plug on it for this evening. It's been a nice quiet one, and thank you for everybody who took part in it. So I'm going to say, I can say good night to everybody tonight. So Eddie, Tony, Bill, Paul, Stuart, Derek, Alan, Daniel, Jason, Ben, Dave, Chris, Steve, Albert, Steve, Higgy, Mick, Dave, Neil, and Russ. Yeah, it's and Andy, of course, of Paul Neil more earlier on. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time next week, same bat time, same bat channel as usual, and look forward to it. Andy over there, looking forward to you being back on Lockwood Beck next week. So catch you all later, and thanks very much indeed. Take care. Good night.
Bye-bye.
10, do it all again. Whiskey Yankee Bravo 14.
Yeah, I got you, mate. I'm going to go back down channel 20.
Mick, are you still there, Mick?
I'll catch you.
Yeah, is that you, Chris?
Yeah, Russ is wanting you. Do you want to pop up to 495?
Right, 495.